this moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Giving the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Hello and welcome to Young People Nation.
Hi.
Hello, yes.
All right.
We're blessed with this platform and we're very grateful. We'd like to thank God first. We'd like to thank our community, audience, and those who are here to support us. Thank you all so much. Today, we have two amazing, and when you hear these two young ladies talk, they're 13 years old, but they have the wisdom of people that's older. Mm-hmm. Now I have Miss Hannah Leatherwood and I have Miss Aaliyah Ellis. Welcome, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
All right.
Come on. Hi. Yes. Come on. Yes. So I want to give some shout outs because these young ladies are really amazing at 13 years of age. I got Hannah, who is, of course, a 13-year-old scholar athlete with high honors, Beta Club. Oh, yes.
Wow.
And head of her cheerleading squad. Mm-hmm. She loves dancing. She loves writing, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And above all, she loved Jesus Christ.
Yes, ma'am.
I've known Hannah before she came into the earth. I remember when her mom was praying with her. But this young lady is such a go-getter. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you.
And welcome. Aaliyah. Now, Aaliyah, you're from Augusta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the daughter of Tanya Ellis and Robert Davis. Mm-hmm. And you love cheerleading, trips, shopping. Yes. And she likes spending time with her family. Aaliyah's a deep thinker. Mm-hmm. So she thinks before she makes a move, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so Aaliyah's really a sweet and gentle soul. And so does excellent. You love cheering too as well, right? You love school, excellent grades. She's getting it done in the community as a 13-year-old and very purposeful. Well, thank you, Miss Aaliyah.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, we're going to do 4 sessions with these young ladies. This first one, thank you for your transparency at lunch with us, you guys, because there are many people in the community that feel just like you. Okay. And so we're going to talk about some things. Okay. And one of them, dealing with depression as a 13-year-old. Now, what does depression look like in both of your opinions?
Well, for me, I don't think depression has a look. It's like depression looks different for everyone. To me, like I've seen people hide it and you really can't tell. And then I've seen people like not really out about it, but it's like you can't hide it. Like they're just so down, like you can't. It's obvious that they have depression.
What about you, Leah?
To me, depression looks like somebody that just struggles, with like expressing how they feel. So it's kind of hard to like look at it and say, oh, this is depression, because sometimes you can't tell.
Well, you two tell me, because I believe mental health is very personal. So how can we as parents be more present with you guys and help you all through the journey? Because you both shared at lunch that you both have dealt with depression. So how have your parents been able to show up, or what advice would you give to the audience or to parents that's listening on how they can help their children that's dealing with depression?
My parents, when I first came to them, I came to my mom. She like comforted me first. That's like number one thing. You want to comfort your kid, make sure they feel good. And then she asked what could she do to help. And she took me to a counselor. I talked to a counselor and I felt better.
Okay. And counseling, you connected with that counselor. Is that correct? Because that's important too. We're huge about that because my husband and I go to counseling. Okay, so you've got to connect with that person. And I was just sharing with my husband, we just had a session recently with the owner of that counseling location. And that was not our normal counselor that we went to together, but I have been to her personally myself. But I watched my husband just flow with her. And I said, man, you were just going. And you said it was her presence, correct?
Yes, present and candy. But and she usually has some candy and stuff out there. It kind of opened me up to
Okay.
because me coming up during my time period in time, y'all have so much more advanced counseling now and all. Because when we were coming up, we only had belt.
Yeah. Get together.
Yep, get together or else,
What about you, Aaliyah?
I agree with what Hannah said. I talked to my mom about it. She comforted me. She asked me, did I want to start doing counseling? It wasn't really something I felt comfortable doing. So I felt comfortable talking to her about how I felt. And that's how I coped through everything.
Awesome. And that's what our platform is about. God has many ways of helping us.
Yes.
You just have to be fine with the way that works for you. Okay, so why do you all think that teens hide mental illness or mental health? Why do you think they hide it? Is it a discomfort?
Yeah, probably. I think like a lot of my friends, I just think, probably a discomfort. A lot of my friends, they'll come to me, but out in public, they won't go to their parents. They won't go to a trusted adult. I think it's just something reserved and you probably don't want to share it. You feel uncomfortable sharing it. So, and most of the time, like, I guess if you're dealing with stuff like that, you probably don't feel like you have a lot of people around you that could be there for you since you're so, like, what's the word? Like, on yourself.
Okay.
So.
Hard on yourself?
Yeah. So I don't think they probably would find comfort in telling another person at the time, maybe. So it might take some time.
Do you think that they're afraid of being judged or taken lightly?
Yes.
What have you all seen that a lot in the community with your age group that you all have been judged and kind of like, girl, it's not that serious? Okay, y'all want to talk about that?
I think no.
Okay. This is a safe space and stuff, and this is what we're about. Is about safe spaces, but it's important for you all not to feel judged. Is that correct? And to listen more and talk less as parents. Yeah, I've had to learn that too. Yeah, even when my daughters are grown, I've really had to learn that. My husband and I is listen more, respect their boundaries.
Yeah, it's very important to have strong parents, and don't compare one kid with the other.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, comparison is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Just because you come from both same parents, all children are different.
Yes.
And so, Aaliyah, was you going to say something about why you think teens hide the mental illness?
I think teens hide their mental illness because they're uncomfortable talking about it and because the fear of being judged, basically what was already said, but that's what I was going to say.
Okay. So audience, I hope you're listening. Parents, you're listening. Counselors, leadership, because both of you all parents are principals in the community. And so I know your parents are real huge about paying attention, listening, and they have a lot on their shoulder, not just you guys, but the school system. So it's important to listen more and talk less. You talked about opening up to strangers. How hard is it to open up to a stranger? And I want to dive a little more into that with a counselor, because the counselor doesn't know you, you don't know them, but I'm supposed to sit up here and tell you what's going on with me.
Right.
Talk about that.
For me, it's not hard. I just think a stranger and a counselor are different. Like maybe it's the title, like of a counselor, that makes it feel more comfortable to me. Because if I wouldn't tell a stranger, even though the counselor would be a stranger, I wouldn't treat it as a stranger. like treat them as a stranger.
That this person was trained to help me in my process. Okay. What's your take on that?
For me to talk to random people that I don't know about my personal life and my feelings is hard because I have to build trust for you first.
Understand. Okay. Yeah, that's good right there.
Right.
Because I know when we first started going to counseling, my husband wasn't saying anything. I was like, talk about it. But then I recognized that what you said, he had to get a sense of that I can trust you. Was that kind of your gauge as well?
Yeah, and it's kind of like in many instances, the church leave a little bit of stain on that because usually you go to a church counselor and all, you might be the subject of next week's sermon, that particular thing. So that keeps you from opening up, and people view you as an individual as when they judge you on how you dress, how you act, what you drive, and they form these opinions that you're perfect, and that it's impossible for you to have problems. That's why even being a kid of a preacher's kid or a principal's kid, they view you as perfection, and that you have no problem. So that's extra pressure. And right down the line.
Good. That right there is good. Did y'all feel that because of your parents, the level of their education, what their top levels in their profession, did you all ever feel the pressure that you've got to present this because of who your moms are? Wow.
And then after that, the teachers have a meeting with the principal, so everything you did in class is on the observation.
So your thing is that better not mess up.
Yeah.
Well, really? Wow. Have you always felt that way? Because again, both of your parents are in the top of their profession. So y'all want to talk about that a little bit?
Pretty much for me, like my mom's pretty big on that. Like if one of us were to get in trouble, she'll be like, that's a reflection on how I am. So like I try my best to be good in school. I'm good in school.
Yeah.
But sometimes my siblings, like,
okay, it helps a few challenges. Well, I'm gonna say back in our day, our parents,
horse and buggy days.
Yeah, they would tell us, don't let me have to come to the school for you doing something stupid. So all you gotta do is go to school and get your education and come back home. But I like what my husband brought up, especially with you guys, because it's pressure on your parents that they got to be perfect. That no, my children don't mess up.
Right.
Even though the children, you guys are just like any other child. You know, and so that's a good point to bring up.
Yeah, and the other part is it being that your parents is in the position like that you will get extra advantages and all. Like well, a normal kid would get thrown out for, you wouldn't because of your parents. So it's extra pressure all the way through, and all the way through school, and you can't go anywhere because I saw so and so kid down this way or what. The pressure of you to be perfect 24 hours a day.
Not happening. Because all of us, even within ourselves, we're not perfect. You're gonna mess up, and that was what I was gonna bring out, the importance of a safe space. How important is safe spaces for you guys? That listen, I am trying to figure out life. I don't have it all together. Please stop putting that kind of pressure on me to have it all together. I may not want to be what my parents are. I just may want to paint. That's what may be my thing. So what is the importance for you guys for safe spaces? And talk about safe spaces for you guys.
I think like you need a safe space to talk, obviously, to open up. Like you need to be in a good place with someone. And then you also need a safe space for yourself to kind of figure out what's going on with yourself. Because most of the time we're too busy like with the external problems in our life and not internal.
Wow, I like that. Kind of unpack that a little bit for me, a little bit, Hannah.
Like, I mean, family problems, like I've seen a lot of my friends, they're like, you know, the older siblings have to take care of the younger siblings. Parents aren't home sometimes. And they don't take a step back to look at themselves.
So they're silently suffering and not dealing with or not able to really talk about what's going on with them internally. You know, that eventually that bleeds out later in life. Okay. What about you, Aaliyah?
I think it's very important to have a safe space to talk, because it's better to, you know, tell people how you feel and talk about things rather than to bottle all your feelings up, because it just makes everything harder to keep everything in.
Have you ever been at a place, young ladies, where you've had your feelings really bottled up and you feel like you're about to explode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a few years ago, it was a real hard time in my life. And I was, I didn't want to talk about it with anyone. And I just kept to myself. And then one day I just started crying.
That's important for us as parents, that we have to pay attention, because we can get so busy, guys. It happens so easy. My husband and I, we've talked about this several times, that my husband was in the military, I was working. He just got busy, but we didn't see where our oldest daughter had a mental health challenge at 14. And then she came and talked to us about that. And so I'm grateful she came and talked with us. And that changed the trajectory of what we was doing. We had to slow down and pay more attention. Okay, so we're about to end session 1. See how quick that went? And so what ending remarks would you all leave individually with parents? Because you all are the voice.
I think just talk about it. Like, don't try to mask it, because I mean, it's not something to be embarrassed about, but some parents probably would be. Not embarrassed, but like, I mean, if your kid has problems, like, you wouldn't want to let the whole world know about it. So just talk to your kid. And then for like the people our age, let it out. Don't bottle up your feelings, and make sure you have someone to talk to. Like me and her, I always come to her for all of my problems, really.
That's good.
Everything.
Y'all are thick. I saw that. I said, man, they're not related, but y'all have that strong connection. Wow.
That's good.
That's good. What about you, Aaliyah?
I agree with what she said. It's always good to have a parent that can understand what you're saying and don't judge you about it. Like, just be as understanding as possible, because you don't know how bad it is.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's the end of session 1. And again, we never know who's listening. And thank you all so much.
You're
this
welcome.
is such a joy. And what I mean by that is that you all trust us enough to share your journey. So thank you all so much. Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. So again, we always like to give out the mental health hotlines, because we never know who is listening. In the community, there's a 988 hotline. There's a text 741-741. That's free 24/7 service. There's the NAMI, that's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. You can go to their website and click on the state you live in to get the help you need. There's also a 211 number, that's a general resource number that is 24/7. And of course, there is the 800-273-8255. That's the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. So please, do not suffer in silence. And if you do not remember any other numbers, please call 911. Mr. Perry.
I read a story to you, only it's true. Every day I rise and see a new chapter. So my friend, what are you going to write? This has been Young People Nation. And remember, there's always hope.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.